75, there's a look inside the iconic Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come out now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Ja'Marr Chase. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They begin on the ground with Kamara. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw taken in by Landry. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Saints at 2 and 3 here to begin the new season. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Winston. There's Chris Olave. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
Receiver factor at Ohio State turned out an NFL-ready defense this year in Olave, who New Orleans jumped up to get at number 11. The Saints learned last year they need another defense breaker in their receiver room to allow a little bit of space to throw underneath. Sub 4.4 speed in the history of turning deep routes into touchdowns made Chris Olave their guy, and he gets them the 1st down.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position. But they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. 27 yards there, a first down. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing it.
5 yards remain on second down. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 34. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's first and goal from just inside the 10. Oh, how about this on first and goal? And running room.
Ain't coming there. I'm not eating it there.
Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
You got to be ready for anything when you play defense against this head coach. That is not something you'd expect to see here in the red zone, but it winds up getting him a few yards.
Second down and goal. Burrow. This is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd from 8 yards out. And the Bengals go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now Winston. Over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're not panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jarvis Landry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT.
Deep down the sideline, more light. Deep down, under pressure. Softball, under pressure.
To try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And some room to work. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 50 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that's a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or 2 miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 30. Here we go. Mixing up the middle to the 27-yard line.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he's trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter. 14-7. From the 27, Burrow. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown.
Alexa,
Charles, they look up.
they're
still in double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
A gain of 19 yards. That's good for a first down.
Jameis now on 1st down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
But defensively, they're doing everything they can to protect this early lead after giving up a touchdown on their last drive.
After the sack on 1st down, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. On 1st and 10, Winston. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston, he completes it to Olave. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
From the red zone now, Winston. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
To throw again on second down. Winston buying time to his left. Smith catches left side. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Winston. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
The kick by Lutz is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Saints going to go on offense first, and they trail here as we begin quarter number 3. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The first down throw for Winston. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
To the air again with Winston. And he's going to be sacked. sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Now that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And now a high kick, but he hit it straight up. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11.
Mixon gets the nod to start the drive. And some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He gets this one to Boyd. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off. Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On third down, Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Finding space at the 40. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 48. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. There's Sam Hubbard that time in there to bring him to the ground.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jared Davis in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Winston to throw for it on 4th. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Saints 1st down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Complete to Olave on the out route. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 1. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Winston keeps it himself. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Kamara is into the end zone for a Saints touchdown. So, partner, it was a passing game to drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took him home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Bengals take the first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. The Bengals drive about to get going. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback, because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Lenny, take
Come
over.
on, man.
And deed. And deed.
It's Joe Barrett out there.
Well, you most
Getting
certainly
his
don't want to
stripes.
go 3 and out here and get the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 31. Burrow's throw here on target to Hurst. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Working with 2nd and 5 now. Inside handoff to Mixon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Throw left side complete to Chase. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe call it 4th and inches. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And, boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down.
Probably helps your confidence level on those fourth down sneaks to have a quarterback as tall as he is.
Yeah, you're talking about being able to extend at the end to make sure the ball gets to the first down marker, but also he has to be able to drop his hips and get down behind that offensive line in order to move forward, because if he just runs it straight up and down, you and I both know that they'll snap him backwards. Well done there, well executed.
85 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake.